Hello and welcome to the Herbal Bloom. One of the most important questions about a strict Dr. Sebi-style diet is also one of the easiest to avoid. Are you getting enough protein? The word alkaline can dominate the conversation so completely that basic nutritional adequacy becomes an afterthought. Protein is not only for athletes. The body uses amino acids to build and maintain muscle, skin, enzymes, hormones, immune components, and many other tissues. Needs vary with body size, age, activity, health, pregnancy, recovery, and total energy intake. This video will not assign one number to every viewer. Instead, it will show how to recognize whether meals contain meaningful protein and why a narrow food list can make that task harder. The current Dr. Sebi guide includes selected grains, nuts, and seeds, but excludes animal products, soy, and many common legumes. A person may remove several concentrated protein sources at the same time. A plate filled with vegetables can provide fiber and micronutrients, yet remain too low in protein and energy. The solution is not fear or a bodybuilding diet. It is honest meal planning, adequate portions, variety, and willingness to adapt a rule when the rule makes nourishment unnecessarily difficult. Within the current framework, quinoa, amaranth, teff, fonio, wild rice, spelt, kamut, hemp seeds, sesame seeds, walnuts, and Brazil nuts may contribute protein. Their amounts and amino acid profiles differ, and they also provide carbohydrate, fat, fiber, or minerals. Mushrooms and greens add some protein, but they should not be treated as concentrated sources. A common mistake is counting every ingredient equally. A handful of leafy greens and a small sprinkle of seeds do not provide the same protein contribution as a substantial portion of grain, legumes, soy foods, or another concentrated source. When strict rules remove beans, lentils, peas, and soy, the remaining meals require more careful construction. Total energy matters too. When a diet is too low in calories, some dietary protein may be used for energy. That is why a tiny salad with a few nuts can fail, even when every ingredient appears approved. The meal needs enough food. Look for a visible protein anchor. In a strict interpretation, that may mean a generous grain portion combined with seeds or nuts. In a more flexible, plant-forward approach, it may include legumes or soy foods when those are appropriate and tolerated, even though the strict list excludes them. Protein quality is often discussed through essential amino acids. Plant foods contain amino acids in different proportions, and variety across the day can help provide what the body needs. You do not have to combine two special foods at every bite, but relying on one narrow ingredient repeatedly is not a strong strategy. Breakfast might combine a cooked grain with hemp seeds, walnuts, and fruit. Lunch might use quinoa, vegetables, avocado, and a concentrated plant protein if the person is not following the strict list. Dinner might combine wild rice, vegetables, seeds, and another protein source. The exact pattern depends on the rules being followed and whether those rules allow adequate intake. Older adults deserve particular attention because maintaining muscle becomes increasingly important with age. Appetite may decrease, making small protein-poor meals more consequential. People who are active, recovering from illness, pregnant, breastfeeding, or managing a medical condition may have different requirements. Weakness, fatigue, hair changes, slow recovery, or loss of muscle can have many causes. They are not proof of protein deficiency and should not be self-diagnosed. Persistent symptoms or unintended weight loss deserve professional evaluation. A practical plate begins with 4 parts. Include vegetables for variety and micronutrients. Add a meaningful protein source rather than a decorative sprinkle. Include enough carbohydrate to support energy. Add an appropriate source of unsaturated fat. A meal that is adequate is more likely to be sustainable. Preparation improves consistency. Cook grains in batches. Portion seeds and nuts instead of relying on memory. Keep a practical backup meal available. Review packaged food labels when using breads, grain products, or fortified foods. Marketing words such as electric, natural, clean, and plant-based do not reveal how much protein a serving provides. Herbal tea does not count as protein, And sea moss should not be treated as a protein source either. These products may have culinary or traditional roles, but they do not replace a complete meal. A green smoothie can also be low in protein unless it contains an adequate source and enough total food. If the strict Dr. Sebi framework makes it difficult to meet nutritional needs, adaptation is not failure. Keeping the plant-rich direction while adding evidence-based foods may be safer than protecting every restriction. The body responds to nutrients and energy, not loyalty to a list. Protein planning belongs beside vitamin B12, iron, iodine, calcium, vitamin D, zinc, and omega-3 fats. A fully plant-based diet can be adequate, but vitamin B12 requires a reliable source. Fortified foods or an appropriately selected supplement may be needed. Random high-dose supplementation is not a substitute for assessment. This video is educational and does not replace personal medical or nutrition care. People with kidney disease may need individualized advice about protein amount and sources. Pregnancy, older age, digestive conditions, allergies, medications, and eating disorder history can also change what is appropriate. The simplest takeaway is to stop asking whether a meal looks alkaline and start asking whether it is complete. Identify the protein anchor. Check the portion. Add enough energy. Rotate foods across the week. Notice whether hunger returns quickly or whether strength and body weight change unexpectedly. A plant-centered diet should support daily life rather than create a silent nutritional gap. Comment with the meal that is hardest for you to balance, and subscribe to the Herbal Bloom for more practical, evidence-aware guidance. A useful weekly check is to look beyond one impressive meal. Review several days and ask whether protein appears consistently at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks when snacks are needed. A single high-protein dinner cannot always compensate for a pattern of very small meals. Also notice whether the food list is forcing you to depend on expensive grains or large quantities of nuts and seeds. Cost and digestive tolerance are part of sustainability. A registered dietitian can estimate individual needs and identify practical options without requiring a bodybuilding diet. The goal is not to chase the highest possible number. It is to provide enough protein, energy, and variety to maintain strength, recovery, and ordinary daily function. Evidence-aware adaptation often protects the plant-centered intention better than rigid restriction.